about matching ads for organic, right? So this is kind of a cool concept where we talk a lot about, hey, we do outbound sales, we don't do inbound, we don't run ads, that we're all focused over here on the organic side. Here's how you know if you can actually scale something with ads, right? If you can consistently put 25 people per week on the calendar, all right, 25 people per week on the calendar with organic, then you know this offer or this method is proven at that time. The way I see this is at 25 booked calls, you're gonna have 20 showed calls, you're gonna make an offer to everybody, this is really important, make an offer to everybody, and that's gonna turn into 4 deals. Now, if you're a high-ish ticket and you're selling it at $5,000 every single time, that's gonna be 20K. That would be 20K times 4.5 weeks a month. That's gonna get you well into 7-figure territory. And that's all on 20 calls, right? 20 attended calls, 25 booked, 20 attended, 4 deals, right? Which is, again, about 20%. So if you can set your expectation on organic and say, hey, can I scale this offer? Can I book the appointments organically? Can I get to 25 a week? If the answer is yes, you know for sure if you just plug that same organic strategy into ads, for the most part, you're gonna be able to scale that. The problem is that people are buying the wrong solution here. What they're saying is, hey, I'm lazy and I don't have a way to actually outbound. I don't have a way to go to my customers, so my solution is to just pay more money because I don't want to put in the time. And there's nothing wrong with that strategy. The only problem on the backside of this is not all problems can be just solved with more money, right? You could have a bad ad, a bad offer, a bad method, a wrong audience, a wrong target. Like all the things could be wrong, which is why I'm saying you should be able to, with organic, with multiple LinkedIn accounts, multiple email accounts, maybe Instagram accounts, Facebook organic, doesn't really matter. You should be able to get 25 calls per week set. And if you can't get 25 calls per week set, then you know that you fundamentally have this issue, right? The offer issue. And if you have an offer issue, more money does not solve that issue. So you want to make sure you're really, really careful that before you jump into ads, and you could jump in as early as you want, but before you jump into ads, just prove to yourself that you can actually take the offer, test it organically. Now there are also, there's these beta testing methods where you're saying, okay, I don't have time, right? I have no time. So I'm gonna spend money on ads to prove my offer very quickly. So you maybe spend $1,000 in 5 days and figure out if your ad's gonna perform, and you can cut the learning curve without having to wait for organic. That makes sense for people who have a bunch of cash and can take that kind of risk. But for most people, they're not going to just throw $1,000 in a week or $1,000 in 2 weeks into ads. So that's the method of what I would recommend that you focus on. But just keep in mind that 25 book calls with 80% show rate is going to get you 20 attended calls, and you're going to get 4 deals. If you have a 5K offer, that's 20K in the door per week. That's easily 7-figure run rate. So that's the process that I'd run through looking at organic versus the actual ads, running that in your business. The last piece I will say about this is that if you're unsure and you think you can only acquire customers with ads, test yourself, stress test yourself, because at the end of the day, if you look at revenue in here and then you look at your profit over here, usually the biggest gap, right, that's taking you down, your profit down, is going to be your ad spend. This is the most expensive thing in most businesses other than payroll. So just remember, the less you spend here, the more your profit's going to be. Do you want to do 100K a month in revenue and 20K in profit, or do you want to do 100K per month in revenue and 80K in profit? Because that's roughly the difference between running something paid versus organic. You can scale to this very, very quickly, but I'm way more interested in profit overall. So that's the whole process, matching ads and organic, figuring out what's a better fit for your business. Check that out. Make sure you hit 25 calls a week, 20 attended, 4 deals, make a 5K offer. That'll get you to 7 figures, no problem.